Bortle here at the World Championship 2022, aka Nationals. Man, we have here first after Swiss, undefeated Mike Finish. Please introduce yourself to the world, man.
I'm Jordan Nichols from Mississippi.
Oh god, yes, back on the channel. Yo, what deck do you use, dude?
I showed up with kind of an anti-meta deck. Wanted to just do well into the meta. Branded Eldlich with a little bit of tech.
Okay, and unfortunately you did lose in top 64, right?
I did. I lost in the sudden death thing in time.
The 4-turn thing?
Yeah, the 4 turns. Wasn't aware of the rules completely, but it's all good. He played well.
Any shout outs before we begin?
Yeah, shout outs to first and foremost, One Up TCG, my sponsor. They really brought all of our team here. I think it was about 15 of us that actually were able to make the trip, so that was awesome. Shout outs to Jonathan Fry for making that happen, and shout outs to all the homies that we test with. You know, Trevor, Peyton, Austin, Sam. It's a ton of people. I can sit here and name a lot. Josh, but you know who you are. I appreciate you guys.
Sweet. Well, without further ado, please show us the good.
All right. Starting out, 2 Golden Lord. Didn't want to play 3 because I'm not playing super heavy traps. 2 Fallen Valbaz. It's pretty good. You know, it gets you into your Despia plays, and also it can help you break the boards. The pure trap Eldlich deck is all right, but it's not crazy into these decks these days because you have to interact with their board if they go first, and this card helps you do that. 1 Ecclesia. This is just to help search punishment. You know, Nadir is a crazy card, and it helps you, you know, search Branded Fusion off this. You can Intense Pop. It's just a utility card. It's really good. The semi-limited Nadir Servant. That card's really good. It can really do whatever you want it to do. Set you up for the next turn, search you a punishment, or out a card on the field. So it's really good. Pot of Prosperity. I like this over Extravagance because I want my extra deck. Like, I don't want to have to randomly banish 6, and this lets me, you know, see 6 cards instead of 2.
Yeah. And
it also lets me see like my side cards that I really want to see. 47 in the main, by the way. I'll get to that in a second. 3 Branded Fusion. Let me do it like this. Yeah, this card's insane. Synth Lord. Summons a big body. This is how you often go for game. Like, you stun your opponent and you see this card puts up so much damage. And it's also a monster form of interruption. So if they out your back row, you still have a Mirror Jade to interact on their turn. And yeah, this card just gets you game every time. 3 Cursed Eldland. Like I said, you have to interact with their board if they go first. So this searches Lord. And this can help you, you know, get your engine rolling. And you need to be able to beat like these Hulk decks that scythe you. So this card really helps you do that. And also this plus Branded Fusion is the combo. And the reason this deck is actually good, and the card that should be on the ban list, I play 2 Mystic Mine. This is kind of the same theory as the Striker deck that won the YESSSS. Not a lot of decks can deal with this. A lot of decks are still not playing a main deck out. So, yeah, this card's just really insane. Like, also forces your opponent to interact if they go first. And it's just really good. It's unfair. Like, people are hot red, Azathoth, that card, using that, and people are also scything. So why not play unfair cards against those? So only 2 mine, because I really don't want to see it going first. 3 Demise of the Land. This just turbos you into mine. And I know the certain decks that aren't playing outs. So sometimes I will go for the deck out if I'm certain, but often I don't do that. I just, you know, draw a few turns, set up Branded Fusion and Golden Lord, and you can just go for game. Also, the fact that this is a quick effect, you can use it if your opponent goes first. When they like tag out with Hulk, you can really interrupt them with Demise of the Land. So it's really good there too. Also plays around Reboot.
Yep.
Eldlich Engine, 3 Scarlet, standard. 2 Haquero, I'd say standard at this point. And then 3 Conquistador. I don't have to explain that. The fun and interactive cards. 3 Skill Drain, Why this is at 3, I'm not sure, but since it is, we're gonna play 3. 3 Gozen and 3 Rivalry. I expected a lot of Punk Adventure at this tournament, and these are the best cards versus that. You know, this is decent versus Sword Soul. I don't know, against like, what is that deck? So, this is not good against Sword Soul, obviously, but it's hit or miss in certain matchups, but you gotta play them. Like, if it hits the deck, it's almost a guaranteed win, and it also helps you crack boards when they go first. The one-up Metaverse, same theory as Demise of the Land. I can add mine to hand and then set it over the one that's already on field to clear it if I have to. 2 Dynamiscus. This was the 46th and 47th card. I wanted to play over 45 because I know a lot of the Punk decks are playing 45, and their only out is Draco back to mine. So I wanted to play more cards with them in the event that I had to deck them out. And this is a way of outing the token and Draco back, and then they're just forced to draw their whole deck out. And this is also super generic, you know. In the written feature match, I actually had a chance to go for game with this card in the battle phase, so that was really cool. And obviously I love paleo cards. Big fan. 3 Solemn Strike, OG trap card. Yeah, not much to say here. I know Bortle likes this card in his trap trait deck.
Card's nice.
It is. And then 3 Punishment. It may seem like a lot, but this card just trades so well. It goes 2 for 1 often. You can send your Albaz to search Branded Fusion, send Intis pop 2, and also this is another way to out Draco back when they're under Demise of the Land. And this card just really helps you go for game because it's a pop 2. Nothing much more to say there. This card was really good for me. 47.
Red Banner.
All right, I'll go into the extra.
172.
For the extra deck, 1 M-Duck, I'm not playing Link Spider, and I'm not playing Nightmare Phoenix, so no reason to play Link Spider. It does have an effect. Vampire Sucker to clear my field while I have Rivalry. Same theory here, clear my field while I have Gozen. And also this card's just really good, summon back light monsters. Pretty much just utility cards. In the event that it comes up, you want to have it. And it came up for me a few times, just like when you need to go for game. That's all my Link monsters. For the fusions, 2 of this. Standard, you summon 1 on the combo and then 1 for the crackback. 2 Mirror Jade, same thing. If it often I don't get to the second one because it's already game, but in a super grind game, the other one does come up. This one to shuffle back my Banished Lords when people are mean with DD Crow. And this guy, I played this guy. He also just searches Branded Fusion if I want a random dump off of Nadir or something like that. But also in the Dragon matchup, this card makes this deck very favorable in the Dragon matchup because you can just set Fallen of Albaz, contact fuse away their board. If they have IP, you set 4, go to the battle phase, they shotgun IP, you go back to the main phase, set it, and then fuse away their whole board. So it's really, really good. I did that a few times. And then 1 Intis for the pop. And that's all my fusions. And also the cool cards that I was playing, Bahamut Shark and Toad, because I can't top a Premier event without Totally Awesome in my deck. I play Buzzsaw Shark in the side. I'll talk about him a little more, but this is just an Omni Negate. Sets their Twin Twisters, which is insane. And also the next turn I can summon him again, so it's another Omni Negate. And also he's indestructible by battle when I make him with Right Hand Shark. Yeah, I just love this card. I wanted to play this engine, so that's why I did. It's awesome. I gotta play him while I can before Splight gets him banned.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Last card, Crooked Cook. This was really a top cut strategy. I didn't get a chance to use it, but this card is really insane. When your opponent doesn't have it out in their deck, about 50% of the meta doesn't. They'll sign out their hand traps games 2 and 3 versus me because I'm a trap deck. I make this card. I'm playing 47. If they're playing any less than me and I know they don't have an out in deck, I can deck them out. And they just don't have an answer. And also in top cut, you can't draw, so I can literally just deck them out and we just keep checking life until they run out of cards. So this card was, I did it in Swiss maybe once or twice, but it was really for top cut. But yeah, people got to respect this card. Crooked Cook. Lastly, the extra deck, 3 Lava Golem, trap deck staple. This card's really good. Just a tribute over Light Fiber, all the problem cards. 2 Sphere Mode. This card was supposed to tribute over Dragon boards, but it actually was in there to tribute over Flunder players' boards. When you tell them battle phase and they summon Avion, you go back to main phase, and then you tribute their 3 monsters. So, yeah, this was better against Flunder than any of the combo decks, which is hilarious. The Shark Engine, 3 Buzzsaw, 1 right hand. So yeah, this is what summons Bahamut Shark to make Toad. And also this is the card that makes Crooked Cook unkillable. It protects him from battle. And also Cook says he's unaffected by all their cards if he's the only card on the field. So they literally have to have a Kaiju or the Underworld Goddess to out him. And that was my theory behind that. It worked really well. I wanted to play Eldlich, Nightmare Corruptor, but the problem with that card is you can't Branded Fusion and also summon Eldlich and give it to him. But this card you can. I summon this, they go Ash or Valor, I can still Branded Fusion if I do draw both. So there's a little overlap there. It did come up a few times. But cool cards, I like to play them. This was kind of a meta call versus like Sword Soul and Despia, because I figured they would be everywhere. And yeah, I was busting Sword Soul with this card. Cursed Eldland, search Lord, send the negate, and then just blow up their whole field. Banish their set twins. And also if I play like the mirror or anything, you want to have a card for it. But this card overperformed, really. And lastly, if it's not in the main, it's in the side. 3 Solemn Judgment, you got to play it.
That's right. It says no.
It says no. And that's pretty much it.
Nice. Congrats on the first after Swiss.
Appreciate it, man.
You know, stop and talk to support, but hey, we'll see you again, right?
Yep, sounds good. Thanks for the profile. Shout out to Bortle.
I got you. Until next time, everyone.
Later.